Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and my second video of the day here today on the channel. And if you did miss the one earlier on, then do check it out by clicking the card up here on the screen. It was regarding everything you need to know about Formula 2 in this year's F1 2019 game. We go over all the information, all the things that have been confirmed, and all the things you guys should expect from this year's game. And I'm also answering your questions on that video in the comment section. So if you have anything, any pressing questions or anything you're not sure about on Formula 2 in this year's game, watch the video, guys, and get up to speed if you want to see it. Hopefully I'll answer most of your questions. But now we're going to move on to this video, which is going to be the exact same thing, but we're going to focus on the main category, on Formula 1. So let's jump into it and let's see what this year's game has to offer. So first off, of course, we've got the full season, which is going to be all the drivers, all the tracks, of course, and the usual thing that comes with the game every single year. Now, there's not much to say here. It's what you always get with the 10 teams, the 20 drivers, and the 21 race circuits. However, this year, the main thing to talk about the game is the graphical improvement. It has to be said, especially with F1. This gameplay of Daniel Ricciardo at night at Bahrain, looking absolutely phenomenal. The night racing looking a massive step up to last year's game. Like, it's literally, you can't even compare it. It's night and day, so much better and so much more just well refined. Looks so much more realistic. And on a naked eye, you can catch somebody out and say, "Does this look real to you?" And I think someone would probably say, "Yeah, that looks pretty realistic." So good job from those guys there, and let's get that point out of the way. That's kind of the basic point. Now we're going to move into the more important one. So first of all, this ties into my video earlier on. We've got obviously the promotion thing from F2 into F1. So you want to start the career in Formula 2, you're going to do 3 races for a team or an academy, whichever one you want, and that's going to kind of decide and kind of feed into your F1 team in terms of which academy you choose. So you're going to jump into F1 after 3 races, after you try to impress the teams. If you haven't, then you're going to stay in F2 for a bit longer, I'm guessing. But you're going to jump into F1, and that's when your actual F1 career mode will start. And I've got notes here, by the way, so if you see me looking down here, that's why. So yeah, that's going to be very exciting. It's a new way of starting the career mode. It kind of reminds me of F1 2012 when you had the Young Drivers Test, and you had to do that first before you got into F1. And depending on how well you did in the Young Drivers Test, that would actually dictate what teams you could actually race for in F1. So kind of a similar one here, but this time we're doing 3 whole races in the F2 category, which is absolutely awesome. Now we're going to talk about some more things which are new this year. So in the career mode aspect, this is only career mode I'm talking about at the minute, you're going to have fantasy rivals. Now what I mean by this is when you start the career mode in F2, very much like the journey on FIFA, you're going to have 2 fantasy characters, one evil and one good, so to speak, more or less, and they're going to be alongside you in your career. They're going to follow you from F2 through into F1, and they're going to be there, kind of there all the time for that storyline factor. So a really big plus in my opinion. I think that's a really good addition this year, and it's going to really open up the possibilities for this year's game, because it's not just adding those characters in and playing the storyline. There's going to be brand new cutscenes, the whole storyline event. You're going to have new environments, because obviously you're going to maybe cross paths with these people in different places, and this ties into the video I did last week, or about 3, 4, 5 days ago, which was some leaked screenshots from career mode with some brand new environments we've never seen before. And we might get some different scenarios in career mode, some different locations to go to, and you're going to bump into these characters a lot more, and there's going to be a lot at stake here. There's going to be even more scenarios, which I'll get into in a minute, because we've got some more big juicy news in this year's game. But yeah, the base of it is you're going to have a brand new storyline system in career mode. How long will it last? How many seasons? Who knows? But it's going to be there at first, and it's going to be really interesting, very different, because you're still going to have all the press questions, all the R&D, all the ERS management in the races, but just now you're going to have this added element of kind of storyline where you've got one friend and one enemy going to war, and it's going to be very intriguing. I'm very much looking forward to it, and that's going to cross over from F2 into F1 for however many seasons it may take. Now, this also ties into the brand new thing in this year's game, team orders, which is massive. Team orders in this year's game, and again, that's what I was saying before, it's going to tie into the storyline aspect, because you're not just going to have that ongoing battle with these 2 fantasy characters, you're going to have also team orders. So you might, for example, disobey a team order and not do what the team said to you, and you might get Mattia Binotto come after you and say, "Listen, you didn't let Vettel go past. What were you thinking?" Or you could be Mercedes, you didn't let Hamilton pass, and Toto Wolff, he gives you the look of doom from Toto, so he might, give you a slap on the wrist. Or, with team orders, it could just be your own teammates, so you might just literally, you might have been told to let Ricciardo go past, and you didn't do that, and then Ricciardo might come up to you and say, "Yo, what the hell, man? Why didn't you let me go through? We're meant to be a team here." Or if you did let him go through, he might come up to you and say, "Hey, man, thanks a lot. I appreciate you, and we're a good team, and I hope next time I can return the favor." That kind of thing where it's a team environment, and there's lots of potential here for lots of different cutscenes and also characters to be involved. So in my opinion, it's a massive thing, and these points as a whole, it's going to add so much more storyline depth, longevity, and just a brand new experience to career mode. So I'm looking forward to that, and that's going to be massive, especially in the F1 tier for the long term. Now, of course, we've already confirmed this in previous videos, but if you didn't already, we have confirmation of custom race suits, custom gloves, and custom helmets in career mode. So it's not just online, you're going to get this in career mode as well, especially the gloves, I believe, which is something a lot of people have been wanting, and also the sponsors on the helmets, which is something, again, people have been asking for. So we're going to get all that good stuff in career mode this year, which is going to be absolutely awesome. I'm guessing that will translate to time trial and maybe online as well, of course, because online this year is a different kettle of fish, you know, with the custom liveries, the league play, and it's just going to be mental. Online this year is going to be another step up as well, and there's so many things so positive about this game. But generally speaking, in career mode wise / offline terms, when it comes to F1, you can have obviously all the custom liveries, the custom suits, custom gloves, and the custom helmets, along with the brand new storyline system from F2 into F1, going through F2, and then also, of course, all the things updated to this year's regulation. And then we're going to talk about some more last details. So also, there's going to be no official HUD, which is obviously a bit of a bummer, a bit of a disappointing one, because a lot of people wanted, including myself, the official F1 overlays. We're not going to get that this year. It seems like that's not going to be the case, unless maybe they patch it in very last minute. It seems like the overlays have been already decided, so not too disappointing. You know, I kind of expect it in a way, because I know it's quite hard for F1 to allow Codemasters to do that. Maybe it might happen next year, or maybe, you know, they need some extra horsepower for the next gen consoles to come through. I think there's a lot of things that with next gen consoles, F1's going to be able to do this year. I think this year is a really positive step in the right direction, because in my opinion, next year, if it is next gen consoles, I think that could be the base we need to really see driver transfers, official F1 graphics, literally the full shebang, the last few details that we need to really make this game complete. But going back to the topic, no official HUD, which is, you know, not terrible in my opinion. I think, you know, I quite enjoy the HUD as it is right now. It doesn't bother me at all. It's really, really simple, and it gets the job done. You can get through the menus quite easily, and for me, I've got no complaints. So all in all, that's going to be most of the confirmed news. There's a few more rumours and rumblings going around, but I'm not going to go into them too much because they're not really confirmed just of yet. Hopefully we get more news over time and try and get some more confirmations for you guys. But yeah, generally speaking, F1 this year looking really, really stacked, and I'm really, really excited. Career mode is going to be absolutely awesome. Again, it's still going to be 10 seasons long. You're still going to have all the ERS management, you know, every race weekend. You're still going to have all the practice programs, and you're still going to have the R&D chart, which I hope has been taken up a level, or, you know, something made different. The big thing I want to talk about, though, in this video is the team orders, and this ties into career mode once again. With the team orders, this could be massive. Depending on how you respond to it, it could tie into the reputation system, which is something I really hope they make a bit more important this year. Your reputation as a driver on the grid, I would love to see that have a bit more of an effect, because in F1 2018 it's there and it's pretty cool, but it doesn't have that much of an effect, really, realistically speaking. I think, say if you disobey a team order, you should lose a lot of points. You know, like, you should be asked questions about it thoroughly in the press. It should be something that really gets drilled home and you lose a lot of points for, in my opinion. So I think that's something they need to try and get on top of. I think, you know, it might be the case this year. There's no confirmation just yet, but my guess tells me if they're doing team orders, it tells me they're going to have to do something with it, because I'll be shocked if there's no correlation there between team orders and the reputation. And also, go back a point with the team reputation, going back to what I said before, again with the rivalries with the fantasy drivers, that can maybe have an effect as well. You know, if you have a good relationship, a bad relationship, you know, if you're one of the more popular drivers on the grid, who knows? There's lots of different aspects, but I love how it all comes together. It just all comes together, and it's going to make career mode a really rich experience this year. And let's not forget online. And a lot of people are going to be saying, you know, what about online? Where's the love for online? But in my opinion, online is, you know, online's been blessed this year. The only thing online needs, and in my opinion, it's not going to happen until next gen consoles, is obviously dedicated servers. I think dedicated servers will happen once F1 decide to back Codemasters properly, with some money financially to invest in servers, because servers are pretty expensive, and for a small company like Codemasters it's quite hard to do. There are smaller companies that do it, but obviously F1 have a lot more other things to run on their game. But I think online, besides the servers, whether that happens or not, you know, this year, of course, you're going to be able to race F2 online, you're going to be able to race F1, there's going to be dedicated official league play, and then you've got the competition points to buy the custom liveries online, and I'm guessing you'll still get custom helmets, suits, gloves, and also you get a custom badge as well, which is going to be like an emblem, like Call of Duty, where you can customize an emblem. I'm guessing something along those lines. So there's so much stuff this year, and it's not just it's not just career mode that's been blessed. Online's been blessed as well, and there's so much stuff coming this year, guys. And that's going to be it for this video. I think that's covered pretty much everything when it comes to the F1 side of things and what most people are going to play. But let's not forget, F2 is still a massive part of the game, even separately to F1. With that being said, guys, if you did enjoy the video, drop a like, and also, like I said, click the card up here to check out the video I did earlier on today regarding F2. If you guys did enjoy the video, like I said, leave a like, subscribe if you are new for the latest F1 2019 news, and also daily Formula 1 content and MotoGP content. Turn on notifications to not miss a single video from me, and also finally check out these two videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.